really dream of being a hockey player until I was probably in my teenage years. When I was about 14 or 15, I started to kind of think, yeah, maybe this is something that I could do if I really worked hard at it.
It's hard to believe that there was ever any question that Mike Gartner would be able to play in the NHL. He possessed the rare combination of blazing speed and an uncanny ability to score goals. He scored everywhere he played, starting with his first pro season with Cincinnati of the World Hockey Association.
We kind of bucked the system and went down, and we had to forego our last year of junior hockey, but we went down and played pro hockey in various cities down there. Playing the WHA was a lot of fun, and something I wouldn't change for anything, but it wasn't the NHL.
Gartner got to experience the NHL firsthand the following year, when he was the 4th overall selection of the Washington Capitals. He had reached his goal of playing in the NHL, but he still wasn't sure that he belonged.
I remember one of the first shifts that I lined up against, we were playing against Montreal, and I look across the other side of the face-off circle, and there's Guy Lafleur, and I'm thinking, what am I even doing here?
He was doing what he did best, scoring goals, at least 30 each year for an NHL record 17 seasons. Playing most of the early part of his career in Washington and Minnesota, Gartner didn't get the attention that a player with his gifts usually attracts. But it didn't matter. He just kept on scoring.
3:40 to go in overtime. Here's Gartner, a steal, a shot, and a goal! Back from the north side. Gartner on right wing with a drive, he scores!
In 1990, Gartner was traded to the New York Rangers, where he reached 2 milestones, his 500th and 600th NHL goals, becoming only the 6th player in league history to score 600.
2-on-1 developing. Kovalov looking for Gartner. Score!
Yes! Yes!
Number 600 for Mike Gartner!
His scoring exploits led to 7 All-Star appearances. During the skills competitions, Gartner showed his great skating ability by winning the fastest skater competition each of the 3 times he entered. And in 1993, he stole the show by scoring 4 goals in the All-Star game and was voted the game's MVP.
I didn't realize that I had the puck that often, and I had that many opportunities. And it seemed like if I turned left, the puck was on my stick. If I turned right, the puck was on my stick. And so, getting 4 goals in an All-Star game is a lot of fun, and winning the car and everything. And once again, my family was there, which was a lot of fun for them to see it too.
4 goals in an All-Star game and 708 career goals are numbers that are still hard to comprehend for a player who didn't know if he could play in the NHL. Mike Gartner played for 19 seasons, and he feels blessed for the experience.
One of the questions that comes up often from the kids is, what's it like to play in the NHL? And although it's a very simple question, and one you should be able to answer very simply, it's very difficult to answer. And the only way I can put it is, and I tell the kids, I said, listen, when I was 18 years old, they told me for the next 20 years of my life that I could play a kid's game. And that I'd be able to only focus on that game, that's all I had to worry about. And that on top of that, they would pay me a tremendous amount of money to do it. I said, that's what it's like to play in the NHL.